back to this channel. My name is Sarah. I hope that you've been having a nice summer. I actually just got back from a 2-week vacation in Brittany on the west coast of France, and actually most of my clothes are now handmade, and so most of the clothes I brought with me on this summer vacation were handmade. And so today in this video I want to show you what I brought with me, which patterns and fabrics I prefer to wear in the summertime and on vacation, for example, in case I can inspire you in what you're going to make for your summer vacations, either next year, later this summer, or if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, soon. Most people, when they think of a summer vacation in France, they think of the south of France or the Mediterranean. And we've actually been to the south of France a few times over the summer. So this year we wanted to experience another region because there's so many beautiful regions. And we decided to go to Brittany on the northwest coast of France, which is also known for being blustery and windy and rainy sometimes if you get very unlucky with the weather. But we got very lucky. Partly because this summer has been very dry and hot in France in general, which is a bit worrying, but also because we just got lucky. So when I was packing, I kept in mind that layering pieces were very important because we could experience weather ranging from blustery, rainy, and windy weather in the mid-60s or 18 degrees Celsius to the mid-90s heat waves, which is about 35 degrees Celsius. And the first week, it was very hot and dry and sunny. And then the second week, it was supposed to rain all week, but in the end, the rain showers only lasted a few hours, and we got lots of sun and good walking weather anyway. The activities we planned were also mostly exploring, walking, no hiking, nothing very sporty, and lots of beach time, because I love the beach and I love going near the ocean. And luckily, in Brittany, there is a huge coast and so many beaches to explore. Quick disclaimer, this is in no way a minimalist summer capsule wardrobe. Part of what I love about sewing is exploring different patterns and colors, and I'm still in the exploration phase, so the color palette is still pretty diverse. But I am starting to figure out which colors suit me better than others, and so it's slowly and naturally or organically starting to come together, which is kind of cool. So in total, I packed 4 dresses, including my Una dress in a light cotton lawn, 2 Lottie dresses, both in double gauze cotton fabrics for hot days, 1 of my Saran dresses in white linen for special occasions, such as dinner at a nice restaurant. I love this Saran dress, and I try and wear it as often as possible in the summertime, even when that means that I'm slightly overdressed on a daily basis. 3 skirts, including one of my Donovan skirts and a viscose by Fabric Godmother for hot days, my new Sienna skirt in white linen for mid-hot days, a pleated ready-to-wear skirt for cool, rainy days. I also brought 8 tops, including 4 Ogden camis, all in viscose. I love wearing Ogden camis in the summertime, and especially when it's hot. These are such quick sews, and they require such a small amount of fabric that I have many in my wardrobe, but I've noticed that solid colors are more practical and match with more of my clothes in the prints. My Minorque top in a white cotton. This is something I wear very often, especially because it's bra strap friendly and goes with most of my skirts. I packed the 2 Edie tops to go with the skirts in case of cooler weather. Then for pajamas, I brought 1 Edie top in bamboo jersey for sleeping in, my Caroline pajama pants in cotton lawn for cool nights, and then my Piccadilly pajama shorts in stretch cotton sateen for warm nights. And then for the beach, I brought 2 of my Sophie swimsuits so that one was always ready while the other one dried, a Charlie caftan in a block printed cotton lawn, 1 Tabor v-neck sweater in a cotton knit, which could work with 2 of the 3 skirts because I prefer to wear it tucked in, and 1 Jenny cardigan, which could work with most of the outfits that I imagined. And then I brought other ready-to-wear garments such as underwear and t-shirts and bras, just because sewing my own underwear and bras is intimidating and I haven't started yet, and I prefer to buy them for now. The star piece that I brought with me this summer was definitely the white linen Sienna skirt that I just finished making right before leaving. This pattern is by Sew Over It, and this skirt goes with most of my summer tops, so it's very practical. It has been missing in my wardrobe for a long time and I've been wanting to make it for a while, and I love wearing it. I will share more details about how I made it soon on Instagram and in a future video, but this is definitely my favorite make this summer so far. I actually ended up wearing my Edie tops more often than I thought I would. It was very hot in Brittany a few of the days, but the air off of the ocean was like air conditioning, so it was still kind of cool, especially at night. And I was very happy that I brought these two tops that worked with the skirts that I also brought, because in the end that worked out and I ended up wearing them a lot. I brought two of my Lottie dresses because I love wearing these in the summertime and I try and wear them as often as I can. I definitely could have gotten away with just bringing one, but I brought two because the second one I just finished making and I wanted to wear it, even though it didn't quite correspond with all the other pieces I was bringing. I love wearing these dresses in urban areas especially, exploring cities and just walking around and kind of meandering and getting coffee. The only inconvenience is the straight skirt. Sometimes it can be a little bit restrictive, especially when you're trying to take big steps, for example, or stepping up. So it's definitely not for hiking, but they're very light, especially if you make them in a cotton gauze like I did, and I feel elegant in them, so I like wearing them. We actually got a lot more time on the beach than I anticipated, and I'm very glad that I brought two bathing suits, because there are beaches everywhere in Brittany, much to my absolute joy and excitement. And it's quite a cliche that in Brittany you wear Breton stripes. I think when people think of French clothes, they also think of the stripes. But that's definitely true in Brittany. Everyone was wearing them, and I totally missed the opportunity to wear my striped Sophie bathing suit that I made. Oh, what a missed opportunity. I am a little bit upset, but that's okay. I was still very comfortable in the two others that I brought with me, and happy to have brought them. I did notice a few gaps in the wardrobe that I brought with me, and I took note of pieces that I would like to sew for the next time I go somewhere coastal and a bit cold, but also kind of hot like Brittany. And this includes a white or light blue jean short, such as the Closet Core Jenny shorts. I have made these shorts before, a long time ago, but they are a bit tight and uncomfortable to wear, so I would like to try making them again. And definitely make a 12 this time. And then I also want to make the Kelly anorak, which is also a Closet Core pattern. And this actually has been on my to sew list for a very long time, an embarrassing amount of time. And I just need to find the time, and it would be so practical in my wardrobe, especially in Brittany. You may have noticed that I packed a lot of natural fibers, such as cotton, linen, and viscose, and these fibers tend to wrinkle. Typically, it's more acceptable for cotton or linen to be a little bit wrinkled, especially on a summer holiday, nobody cares. But viscose, you have to be careful, and some viscoses wrinkle a lot, and this happened to two of my Ogden camis in particular. When I unrolled them from my suitcase, they were too wrinkled, like the kind of wrinkled where it's distracting and it just doesn't look good. And none of the places we were staying had ironing boards, of course, and I don't have a travel steamer, so I figured, well, if travel steamers exist, then steam must help, right? And I heard about the trick of putting it in the shower and letting the steam from a hot shower relax them, but that didn't work very well for me. And so what I did was I put a little bit of water, about an inch, in a saucepan, and I brought it to a boil, a light boil, don't hurt yourself, and used the steam from that to relax the viscose a little bit, and it actually worked. It wasn't perfectly ironed, not the same effect that you would get with an ironing board and an iron, but enough to look more like the linen and cotton fabrics that I was wearing, like a relaxed wrinkle instead of a distracting, horrible wrinkle. So I thought I would share that tip with you as well, in case you find yourself in a place where there's no ironing board and iron, or steamer, and you want to keep wearing natural fibers because they do breathe a lot better than polyester, and they're a lot more comfortable to wear in the summertime. So that's what I brought along with me on this summer vacation, and what I plan to sew for a future summer vacation like this one. Today I'm wearing my Tilly and the Buttons Saran dress in white linen because I love wearing it, and I will link in the description all of the patterns that I've talked about today. There are many. I was really happy to explore this region because I heard that it looked very similar to the New England coasts on the other side of the Atlantic, and I actually grew up in New England and grew up going to the coast of Rhode Island and Connecticut when I was a kid and teenager growing up, with friends, or to see my grandparents who had a boat in Mystic, Connecticut, and we would take it out into the ocean, and it was such a privilege. I recognize now, especially now that I've lost them because they've passed away and I live permanently, at least for the near future, in France. This connection with the coast and with the ocean is something that I don't have as present in my life now. So I was really happy to see it from the other side of the Atlantic in France and feel the similarities. But I can say that Brittany is absolutely gorgeous and has more of a coastline than New England. So a lot more space and a lot more to explore, and I highly recommend going. So without further ado, here's my video, and I'm excited to take you along with me to see Brittany. Enjoy!
Quand dira dans mon grenier qui joue au billard russe, quand dira dans mon grenier qui joue au billard russe. Les souris sur le plancher sont en train de faire une coinchée, cachées derrière les fagots, les mules au fond du tricot.